Now, breach of law is what is defined as a crime. When someone tramples on the law, he is considered to be a criminal. Welcome to the program. I'm your anchor, Ivy Kano. Crime Watch begins now. We'll start off by joining my colleague Sifon Essien, who says police authorities will be extending a special operation to check the spate of kidnapping, armed robbery and other violent crimes to other parts of the country. Operation Absolute Sanity currently operates in Federal Capital Territory, Niger State and Kaduna States, respectively. Spokesman for the police force, Jimoh Moshood, disclosed this while parading 48 crime suspects before members of Baso, Niger State.
The police are on another round of publicly naming and shaming crime suspects. This time, 48 suspects are paraded before members of Boso community in Niger State. Their crime range from kidnapping to armed robbery. This suspect is being held for illegally fabricating guns.
I attended a technical school. I make guns and sell them for 80,000 naira to anyone willing to buy.
You can see some of their, this is under locally fabricated firearms. Then this is part of their tools they are using in the fabrications of this illegal and prohibited firearm.
These are other items recovered from the suspects. Another suspect is Issa Saidu. The 63-year-old is being held for receiving stolen items.
Almost since 1990, almost 93.
You were in kidnapping business.
I'm 63 years now. Okay. Living with 29 children, 3 wives. 29 children? 3 wives.
Okay, I think it's okay.
Still, I'm dying this year, inshallah.
Okay. Don't spoil our investigation.
Are you regretting?
Inshallah. No, not regret. I'm working.
It is important and it's significant to let you know that all these suspects were arrested based on the new innovative introduced to the Operation Absolute Sanity to ensure that criminal elements that operate within FCT, Niger, Kaduna, Nasarawa and Safara State were rooted out. And these are categories of suspects that have been terrorizing this region, killing innocent people, robbing them of valuable property. And the operation is ongoing and it has equally been directed to be extended to all other states of the Federation.
Nigerians expect that with a lot more commitment from the police, crime could be drastically reduced.
And still stay with Sifon, but now in Abuja, the police in Abuja have paraded 8 suspects in connection with armed robbery, but some of the suspects denied being involved in the crime they were accused of. They, however, confessed to being cultists.
This now, because they sell guns to him, and he's beating everybody. And not be the same place they catch me and now. Oh God.
These suspects were arrested in connection with armed robbery in Lugbe, a suburb of Abuja.
On 10th March 2018, at about 0:15 hours, following distress call that some notorious armed robbery suspects invaded houses at Sauka Federal Housing and were robbing their victims of cash and other valuables. Police operatives from Lugbe Division immediately mobilized to the scene, where the hoodlums opened fire on sighting them. The armed robbers, however, were repelled by the gallant policemen, whose superior gunpower resulted in the death of 2 of the armed robbery suspects, while others escaped the scene with bullet wounds.
Items recovered from them include this locally fabricated pistol belonging to this suspect. He claims he had the pistol for protection.
My senior brother, they killed in Abuja by another courtesy. I came to Abuja to come and look for the people who killed my brother. That's why I entered Abuja. And when I come to Abuja, I call my brother friend. And when I call him and I stood with him, that I was discussing something with him friends. All the fridge meetings, he sent me with this one to call and go and collect money for ATM. On my way going to the ATM with this one, None of them know that I'm with a uncommon gun, and I permanent it on myself. We're going to the ATM. The policeman called me, and we come there. I'm not even after scared of anything.
But what were you doing with the gun at that time?
They just come to meet them.
What were you doing with it at that time, that particular hour when you were arrested? What were you doing with the gun?
I'm going with this one. This one sent me to ATM to collect money to come and meet them for where they stand in the bus stop. And I'm going with this one to the ATM for
Why you there with the gun?
Why are you carrying the gun?
Why are you carrying the gun? Why you carry the gun?
I carry the gun to protect myself because I know say that they kill my senior brother. If they see me for Abuja, they will still look for me.
Do you have any license to hold the gun?
No.
He did not tell me. If I know, okay, I have graduated from school. I'm not doing that thing again.
Which thing? Which thing?
No, yes, when I'm in the school, look at it now. When I'm still in university, I did not do courses again because I've graduated from school. Yes, when I'm in the school, but now I've graduated, I'm not more doing it again. I'm looking for a way to survive.
What about this man?
This one, whether is.
Are you together?
We are together when police people come.
Sir, yesterday evening, I was not having any money on me. So I was going to the ATM to withdraw money. When I met this man here, I used to know him. He used to come to our area. When I met him at the junction, he was standing with this man. He told me that they are going somewhere and they don't have complete transport. That I should show them love. That was his word. Show us love. So I said to him, I don't have money on me, but I'm going to Banex, Zenith Bank, to go and withdraw the last 2,000 naira I have in my account for the weekend. Because on Sunday, my church, I play for Majestic House Church. On Sunday, if I complain to my pastor or to my music director that I'm not having transport to go to work, they will give me something to go to work. So I wanted to go and withdraw that 2,000 naira to feed myself for Saturday. But when he asked me, I said, okay, when I'm coming back, I'll give you something. As we crossed the main road to go to Banex, I was not aware that the person he sent to follow me so I can give him the money was even carrying a gun.
You know, my brother,
am I a cultist?
I'm coming, but you said you were doing something before you became born again.
I said I was a secular musician before I became. I sing. That is why you see microphone on my hand. I did not say I was a cultist. And the truth is,
you know that they did not used to write cultists in the face. I have not joined him in any meeting, but we play ball. Oga, cool down. This is why you are shouting Jesus. You talk to yourself now. Cool down now. We used to play ball together as a youth, all of us, and that is how we know. But this one is his brother that is my friend. We graduated at the same time, but he have a scholarship to go and study masters in abroad before they kill him.
One of the victims, who identified his phone among the recovered items, narrates his ordeal.
Between God and mine, I didn't see any of the thief with my eyes. They just break into the house, pick the things, and follow the same window out. They didn't hurt any of my family.
What did they steal?
His phone. Phones. Yeah.
No plasma?
No, they didn't touch my plasma. They didn't touch any of my electronics. Only the USB radio they touch.
But your TV, you can see.
They don't take anything. They didn't take my TV.
They just broke into your place.
And pick phones.
Okay, can you see the phones there?
Yes, we already track one of the phones. Yeah. Yeah.
The police say they killed 2 of the suspects who engaged the operatives in a gun battle, although no gun was recovered from the dead.
The Ondo State Police Command says all residents of the state with illegal firearms have 21 days to turn them in at the nearest police station. The Commissioner of Police, Benga Adeyoju, gave this directive in Akure during a press briefing. My colleague, Ayodeji Muradeyo, was there for us.
In order to mop up illegal firearms in the hands of individuals, the police authorities in Nigeria ordered all the commissioners of police in the nation's 36 states to carry out the task. In Ondo State, the command has complied with the directive. It has issued a 21-day ultimatum to those who have firearms in their possession. The State Commissioner of Police, Benga Adeyoju, said the directive was in compliance with the order of the Inspector General of Police, Rahim Idris, to mop up illegal firearms and ammunition in the country. The police boss subsequently constituted a committee to undo the exercise.
In compliance with the directives of the Inspector General of Police, at the monthly officers conference we held in Abuja on 21st of this month, the Ondo State Police Command has set up a 3-man body to be charged with the responsibility of mopping up of illegal firearms and ammunition. The members are ACP Alani Adegoke, who is the Assistant Commissioner in charge of State CID, DSP Emmanuel Ojemu, is a DSP 2IC Legal Department, and ASP Dapo Omomu Wason is the OCD7. That's the department charged with the responsibility of licensing firearms.
They warned that failure to comply with the directive will lead to sanctions.
All members of the public are hereby enjoined to submit all illegal firearms in their possession to the nearest divisional police officers in their respective domains, who have been given instructions on what to do. After 21 days, anybody who has illegal firearms in his possession who has not submitted it willingly and is caught will have himself to blame.
The police boss also used the forum to parade some suspects who specialize in car snatching. 7 vehicles were recovered from them.
For instance, last year, on the 28th day of November last year, one Mrs. Ishola Olamide, who lives at Odo Road, Akure, parked her Honda car, CRV Jeep, registration number MUS 43EL, in front of a commercial bank in Arakale to make a transaction. Before she came out, that vehicle had been taken away. The command swung into action, and we just, based on intelligence gathering, we arrested one Father Milton Desmond. Through intelligence gathering, one of the woman's phone in the car was stolen. You know, thieves will always make mistakes. We were able to track the phone and got him arrested. When we arrested Olayemi Adeoye, we equally recovered another Toyota Hilux pickup from him that was also stolen here in Akure. This Olayemi Adeoye led the investigating team to Abuja, where he equally arrested one Imafidon, Roland.
These cars were stolen.
I know.
Why do you not buy it when you know these are stolen?
Normally, not that I know how far it is to the money I bought it, but I know it should be more than this. But the car is not even new. I still spend some money in it. Some don't have tire, some don't have a sofa, some don't have engine.
Also paraded were 3 suspects apprehended for burglary in Gaga community of Akure. They broke into the apartment and packed away all the property in the house.
Now, the AIG in charge of Zone 11, Oshodi Glover, says the police will not take it lightly with anyone in possession of illegal firearms after the deadline set to surrender them expires. AIG Oshodi was speaking in Oshobo at the public presentation of crime prevention jingle produced by the State Police Command of Oshun. Rafiu Hamid has more.
The jingle was produced to send a strong warning to criminal elements in the state. AIG Oshodi assures that the present leadership of the Nigerian police is working tirelessly to ensure crime is reduced drastically in the country.
I want to charge you to join hands with the officers and men of Osun State Command to fight crime and mitigate the terrible effects of unnecessary loss of lives and destruction of property. We also need to equally help to discourage our youth to stay away from dangerous illicit drugs, which is presently destroying the future of our children and of our nation. This is a task that must be done by all and sundry if we must keep the dreams of our founding fathers and save our nation.
The resolve to use jingles is also born out of our belief that the best approach to law enforcement is to secure the willing cooperation of the people.
Osho State Governor Rauf Aregbesola, who was represented by his Chief of Staff, Boyega Oyetola, commended the State Police Command for the initiative and promised that the state government would take ownership of the jingle. They also commended the police over crime reduction in the state.
Well, this appears not to be the best of times for clergymen, as the Imo State Police Command has also nabbed a fake pastor and 59 other suspects for alleged involvement in various high-profile crimes. Parading the suspects in Imo State, the Commissioner of Police, CP Chris Ezike, says the fake pastor's church is a takeoff point of robbers in the state, as well as a storehouse where the robbers hide their guns after their daily activities. He wondered how some people will hide in the guise of being men of God to commit such evil. Saturday Ochia's report is presented from our studio.
One fake pastor, Benjamin Ndieze.
It's a moment of joy for men of the Imo State Police Command as they parade a fake pastor and 59 other suspects for their alleged involvement in criminal activities within the state. Briefing journalist, Commissioner of Police Chris Ezike disclosed that the command has arrested more than 60 suspects from January 2018 till date. He further explained how a pastor conspired with a 32-year-old woman in hiding robbers in their church.
Pastor in turn handed over this baby girl to his church member, Emmanuel Onoha, and ordered him to go and drop the girl at NNPC filling station in Control Post Owerri. Then the service started. During service and prophecy session, Pastor Benjamin prophesied that there was a woman in the congregation who was looking for her daughter that was kidnapped from Aba by her uncle, one Emeka. You see how they don't rope Emeka when they don't do anything? By vision. That the baby girl had been taken to Onitsha, preparatory to taking her to Port Harcourt. That by his powers and prayers, the kidnappers and ritualists will drop and abandon the girl at NNPC control post.
Thing has been in long, they have been telling me. Okay. You understand? They have been saying this. I said, okay, that day. Now, as the thing was going, I said, okay, let me just do it. That is what happened. They said I should do something of arrange. Arrange. Yes. First of all, I have been received, but this one I said, let me try.
Not done yet, the CP used the opportunity to warn men of the underworld to steer clear of the state, as there will be no hiding place for them. Some of the suspects confessed to the crime leveled against them.
I asked them what is inside this Ghana must go. He said that what is inside the Ghana must go was clothes. And I asked him, you said that nothing is inside this bag is a cloth. Then why this thing now is heavy on your hand? He said that it's a pistol. I didn't see the pistol. So he said, okay, that he has collected it. The owner that sent it there to come and collect, he has collected it.
The police chief then called on members of the public to be law-abiding, as the command under his watch will do everything to fight crime in the state.
And back here in Lagos, schools, parents and guardians have been called upon to ensure they watch their children and wards closely, as the Commissioner of Police parades father and son that sells tramadol to secondary and primary school students.
Based on information received from the Lagos State Ministry of Women Affairs, that pupils of some primary and secondary schools in Lagos are suspected to be indulging in the usage of hard drugs, decoy operatives from the Rapid Response Squad of this command were detailed in collaboration with the aforesaid ministry to locate the schools and ensure all suspects were arrested. I'm happy to announce that the schools were duly located. The names of the schools are withheld. The pupils were identified and interrogated. After the interrogation and all the information gathered during the interrogation, one Franco Ibrahim, male, 23 years, and Ibrahim Shehu, male, 40 years, were arrested. They confessed that they have been selling tramadol, which we all know is a very highly addictive stimulant to underage pupils in these primary and secondary schools, names withheld. The command, as I've said earlier, is using this opportunity to advise parents to be extra vigilant, advise school authorities to be extra vigilant, and ensure that any strange persons lurking around school premises, they quickly draw the attention of relevant security agents so that we can make arrests and ensure that they are interrogated. More important is that parents must identify with their children, guardians with their wards, to notice change of behavior, slurred speech, withdrawal syndromes, which are some of the things that go with taking hard drugs of this nature.
Now you they sell drugs to primary and secondary school children.
Me, I know they sell them for small picking.
Okay, who you they sell them from?
I know they sell them for market.
You just they sell them for market. You don't know, you know, they go give children for school.
No.
Who they sell for children?
No, me, I know they sell them for them.
Who they sell them for children?
Me, I don't know. Now my own, that one na my picking.
Now you're picking.
For where they arrest you?
For what in the going for three.
And also paraded is this man who the police say defiled his daughter.
On the 2nd of February 2018, one Adekoya Sheson, male, a neighborhood official attached to Ijede LCDA, Ikorodu, reported one Olusegun Adefemi, male, of number 6 Ipaka Street, Ijede, for defiling his daughter, one Favor Adefemi, 3 years of age. The said Olusegun Adefemi, who is separated from his wife since last year over issues relating to spousal abuse, inflicted very serious, grievous injuries on the private parts of the young girl as a result of forceful penetration. 2 other older siblings of the victim have also been abused at various stages by the suspect, Mr. Olusegun Adefemi, male. And when they refuse, he beats them up with canes for resisting him from penetrating through their anus. The said Favor Adefemi has been taken to Mirabel Medical Center for examination and treatment, while her other siblings, named God's Power Adefemi, 2 years old, Wisdom Adefemi, 5 years old, have been placed in temporary homes.
They were now asking me where I should follow them to their office. When we get to their office, they were now saying, how will that be possible? You know, my believing is that they're about to find out everything and know who is behind it. But they are now saying I'm the one. I say, are you people all right? How will you say I'm the one? I woke up in the morning, I go out to look for what they will eat. I come back late, I prepare food for them, they eat and sleep. I sleep, we woke up, I go out very early. That is how I live my life. Because there is nothing, I can't sit at home and feed them. Even that morning, I was about to wash their clothes.
Where is your wife?
She has left me for more than a year now.
Did you see the injury your daughter said?
What happened is that I beat her about 3 to 4 days ago before I left. And I spent 2 days where I went to do the work. When I came back, though before I go out, I've already petted her after beating her. Because as you said, if you beat a child, you have to draw the child close because she's my child. But when she's doing the wrong thing, she's constant things that is wrong. Even the woman that is close to me bears me witness.
Okay,
If you
how old
can,
are these children?
the least one is about 3 years.
How old, the three of them, how old are they?
The least one is about 3 years. The second born is about 5 years. Then the third born is 7 years.
And you leave them to travel? You say
I left them with a woman that is close to me. I do pay them because my junior one usually comes around too. So, but I can't stay with them. Or what will I give them to eat? If I say, okay, I want to stay, hold them, I want to hold them, what will I give them to eat?
Did you sleep with them? Leave the beating, beating not be story. Okay, you don't sleep with your children.
I don't sleep with my children.
So why would,
and I will never do
why would anybody give information on such? Why do you
that which I don't know?
The Nigeria Immigration Service Lagos Command, in collaboration with the Nigerian Police Force Criminal Investigation and Intelligence Department, Monday kicked off a 2-day capacity building program for its officers. Addressing the officers during opening, the Commissioner of Police in charge of the Force Criminal Investigation and Intelligence Department, Ibrahim Umar, and Comptroller Nigerian Immigration Service Lagos Command, Ekpedeme King, said the program is aimed at strengthening intelligence gathering, intelligence analysis, reporting and managing intelligence information amongst the two agencies, especially as it concerns the internal security of the state.
The idea is that against the backdrop of the security situation, immigration should be able to capture the data of all migrants that are residing in the country. So the Comptroller General, in implementing the immigration regulation to 2017, has mandated that the immigration service, that we go down to the local government level to make sure we capture the data of all migrants that are residents in the country. So Lagos State Command is collaborating with the FCIID, that's Force Criminal Investigation and Intelligence Department, to build a capacity so that we ensure that we have enough, the competence to carry out the job.
We'll end this edition with this quote by Malcolm X: "To have once been a criminal is no disgrace, but to remain a criminal is the disgrace." Keep a date with us next week. Until then, keep your comments coming to crimewatch@tvcnews.tv. I'm Ivy Kano. Do have a crime-free week.